Hello again. Welcome back to Billy Ho's Sports. We're gearing up for Los Alamitos Futurity in a couple of weeks in Cypress, California. That's going to be for the Kentucky Derby contenders. But this weekend we have the big one for the Phillies. It is going to be the Grade 2 Starlet, mile and a 16th for the 2-year-old fillies. And we've got a couple of really good ones in there. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and we're going to go over the field real quick. Starting with number one, Aunt Mo, and that's trained by Peter Yurton and Umberto Rispoli rides. Broke her maiden last out, got an 87 Briz figure. Uh, she was second to the number two, Mau, trained by Bob Baffert, who's the two horse in this race. And I think that both of these are maybe just a tick below the top tier. Desi Arnaz was the next race, the third place finish in that one. 81 speed figure. And what I like to look at with the youngsters is, and at these distances, is the early pace figures. And you can see these are in the 80s and 90s, which is not bad, but you want that consistent late pace as well, like right here. But when you get to the third horse, which is just a beast, uh, actually, we're going to jump down to the six, Practical Dream. I wanted to talk about Practical Dream because we were looking at the Desi Arnaz finish there, and you can see that she went wire to wire in that race and showed those early speed figures pretty good. 97 in the middle, and you see the previous ones are hitting triple digits in the middle, early two pace. So that's pretty solid. But that's trained by Tim Yakteen. She has the early speed, but I don't know the getting the distance uh, with the late pace figures here will be like for her. It's going to be a challenge, I believe. But back up to number three. This is probably the one to beat. Vodka with a Twist. Philip D'Amato, Kyle Frey, purchased for a mere 2.5K at auction, and this sucker has blown out of the gate. Maiden Breaker, debutante winner, Vodka with a Twist over rivals. The Sorrento was a close second behind uh, horses. And of course, the debutante grade one missed by a nose, grade one debutante, and that was a tough one. And I believe that was Tenma who won that grade one debutante. You can see, and then ran third in the Oakleaf after that. And Tenma is trained by Bob Baffert, so that one's going to be definitely one to contend with in this race. Distant third behind Nooney and non-compliant in that Oakleaf. So that brings us to Nooney, who is the other horse. And you can see the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies was just way too fast of a pace. She just collapsed. She was just gassed and passed by the time they were making that final turn, running too fast of early fractions, 22, 44, 4. So this Oakleaf was more in her wheelhouse, but she still wasn't able to hang on. The concerning thing is the average wind distance on the sire side is only 5.6. Now, the mile and a 16th at two turns, we're looking, you would want more like 7 or 6.8, 6.5 in that range. But 5.6 is a little bit on the low side for that side by win, win, win. So it is concerning that the last two races were going two turns and she didn't get there. So non-compliant and was a another Baffert horse, and she just got out kicked. She yielded to that one later in the race, but the Baffert is actually removing the blinkers. So basically, what it amounts to for me in this race is back up here to Vodka with a Twist. Okay, just doing a little play-by-play on this race, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. You can see Nooney way out in front, running a 44, almost 45 half, and taking the lead into the turn. Here comes Vodka with a Twist and Scottish Lassie getting ready to run her down. She's done right here. You can see she doesn't have anything left. Vodka with a twist. This is where I like vodka with a twist, taking the lead right here after that, following that fast pace and giving it a turn for home. And it looks like she's just kind of losing steam a little bit there. And of course, your winner, Immersive, comes on the outside to take it easily. But you can see Vodka with a twist digs in a little bit more here down the stretch just to get a little bit more out of the to make sure she secures the place. So good run overall. I like that race. That's why I like Vodka with a twist. The middle pace numbers are just huge. Now the 118, this was just a different kind of race. I don't. We're not going to see that kind of pace in this one for the Grade One Breeders' Cup Juvenile. I think that was just way too hotly contested. More like down here in the debutante or Sorrento. They did run sprint distances, but they were for that right for that distance. The times that they ran were much more manageable. +7, +5. You can see and I think that's where Vodka with a Twist will shine. Kyle Frey, Philip D'Amato. This is the horse. This horse is a stalker. You can see by the P presser and still runs these middle numbers that are in the hundreds for early and late. So I think that this horse can take the lead in the stretch and hold off any challengers. I do expect better efforts from both Tenma and Nooney. Tenma obviously dropped to an 80 in the Oakleaf. Not a very good run there, but I think that off a break that she should come in a little bit better, switching jockeys to Bob's main man Juan Hernandez. So that should be a pretty good combo for them too. They're very familiar with one another. And then obviously Nooney, I think, will have a better effort, but will she get the distance? That's the thing. So the only other horses you have Practical Dream, I think that could be competitive, but she hasn't gone 2 turns yet, and it's very poor sprint route trainer record for Yakteen. And I'm not a big fan of Yakteen. If I do go outside of obviously Vodka with a Twist, Key Horse, top choice. Then you have Nooney and Tenma, the two Baffert horses underneath it, and the third horse could be maybe Baffert's other horse, but I'd like Aunt Mo, the number one horse for Peter Yurton. Umberto Rispoli, veteran jock. I think that this horse will be more of the laid back, off the pace, like the first 2 races, and then make a move because I don't think she's fast enough out of the gate to get right to the lead from the one hole, going a mile there. So what Rispoli can do is just tuck on the inside, save ground, hopefully slip through the rail down the stretch and steal a piece. And that's what I'm looking at. So vodka with a twist on top with a little Tenma and Noonie underneath, and for your value, the number one Aunt Mo. So that's Billy Ho's Sports. That's all I have for you today. Best of luck this weekend, and we will see you soon.